Quentin Tarantino is one of the best directors of all time, and even though he isn't my personal favorite, he has a special place in my heart. Anyone who is a movie lover will tell you the same. He is the best screenplay artist of all time, too. Today, I'm counting down the best and my personal all time favorite Quentin movies. Please note, this is my list, and I have considered Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2 to be different movies. So, without wasting any further time, let's get to it. Coming at number 10, we have Jackie Brown. I know most people wouldn't disagree with this. Although the movie is quite good and interesting to watch, it just doesn't stand to Quinn's other movies' level. Pam Grier gave an outstanding performance, so did Robert Forster, may he rest in peace. But the movie was actually carried by Samuel L. Jackson and his motherfuckers. Sam Jackson cursed motherfucker 37 times. And though this is the only movie starring Robert De Niro and Sam's weird haircut, it just wasn't that good. Next, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. According to Quinn, it was his most important movie. The cool duo of Brad and Leo was really fascinating to watch. They both got their Oscar nominations, and Brad even got his first Oscar for acting. This movie was like a love letter to the Hollywood industry. And although it may be so, the rewatchability of this movie is really low. Leo killed it in his acting, and so did Brad, but the best part of the movie was Al Pacino's machine gun impression, depicting 1969's Manson murders and the infamous murder of Sharon Tate, played by Margot Robbie. Sadly, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood doesn't add much to the table. The only Quinn movie showcasing 1969's Hollywood Boulevard and starring Al Pacino did not amaze me compared to his other movies. Then we have Death Proof. Although I may be in the minority here, but I watched Death Proof a lot. The famous Vanessa Ferrerido's lap dance and watching Kurt Russell kill his victims with his Death Proof card never fails to entertain me. Stuntman Mike is amongst my favorite Quinn characters. Coming at number 7, we have Kill Bill Volume 2. Although I don't like Kill Bill Volume 2 as much as like Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2 is an amazing movie. Uma Thurman, Michael Madsen, David Carradine, and the guy who plays Pai Mai, all of them are so good in that movie. I like watching Kill Bill Volume 2, but it's not that good as compared to Kill Bill Volume 1, hence number 7. Next, we have The Hateful Eight. According to me, The Hateful Eight is probably one of the most underrated movies of Quentin Tarantino. The unique duo of Kurt Russell and Samuel L. Jackson was really nice to watch. The screenplay and the plot of the movie is really nice too. I don't know why, but The Hateful Eight doesn't get the appreciation it deserves. Hence it comes at my list at number 6. Making it in the top 5 is The Inglourious Basterds. The movie is one of the finest pieces of cinematic art form. Brad Pitt saying killing Nazis and taking the role of Aldo the Apache is probably the highlights of his career. Brad Pitt suits really the role of Nazi killing alpha males. Acting as the debut movie of Christoph Waltz in the Hollywood industry, the role of Hans Landa, played by Christoph, is a role we all despise but yet find it fascinating. Christoph got his first Oscar, and for all I know, it was well deserved. Dan Kruger and Michael Fassbender were amazing in their roles too. But what people don't realize is that Brad didn't play the role of a stuntman in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Before that, he played the role of a stuntman in Inglourious Basterds 2, and that was Enzo Gorlami. Next, we have Kill Bill Volume 1. This movie is a proof that people find brutal violence in a cinematic context really fascinating and entertaining. Uma Thurman's character of Black Mamba is my all-time favorite female character. The movie shows intense style and exaggeration and is a must-watch if you're a young director stepping into cinema. That movie has so many iconic characters and cool code names that it's impossible to list their greatness. The Hattori Hanzo sword is what's the best thing about that movie, followed by its intense choreographed action scenes and cool theme songs, with Battles Without Honor my personal favorite. The Kung Fu Panda copied Kill Bill's Pai Mai training scene. Do you need any more reasons to watch this masterpiece if you haven't already? Making it into top 3 is one of my most rewatched movies, Django Unchained. This movie got Quinn his second Oscar for Best Screenplay. Django Unchained is a really complex movie filled with action, harsh racist talks, a love story, the most cruel villain you can ever imagine, and a lot more. With a great plot and theme songs, this movie is Quinn at his finest. Christoph got his second Oscar for that movie, and Leo broke the record for the most number of times a person has said the N-word. Based on a fictional tale of Django being rescued by Dr. Schultz a few years before the American Civil War and in pursuit of his lost love, Kerry Washington, this hit classic portrays the darkest character that Samuel L. Jackson has ever played in his career. Just missing the first part, we have Reservoir Dogs. The debut movie of Quinn is one of his best works, even after 30 years. This movie has a special place in my heart. Tim Roth being shot in the gut, Harvey Keitel trying to take matters in his own hands, and Michael Madsen cutting a man's ear while listening to music are some of the best scenes that Quinn has ever directed. Oops, I said their real names. Sorry Mr. Orange, Mr. White, and Mr. Blonde. It's either my way or the highway in this list. A bank robbery gone wrong, and a few men in suits. What could possibly be entertaining in that, right? Quinn still has Mr. Blonde's razor knife as his memento in his house. That's how much this movie has a special place in his heart. And coming in at number 1, there's no doubt that Quinn's best movie is Pulp Fiction. This movie is so unique and his screenplay is on some another level. Quinn got his first Oscar for Best Screenplay for Pulp Fiction. Not only is it just Quinn's best movie, but it's also the best movie of the 90s, and someone can even argue the best movie of all time. People will talk about Pulp Fiction for generations to come. Even today, when people meet Sam Jackson, they ask him if he knows what they call a quarter pound of cheese in Amsterdam. I have watched Pulp Fiction so many times that I might have memorized every dialogue of the movie, and I know that I'm not alone. The twist dance, the uncomfortable silence I shot Marvin in the head, "Speak English, motherfucker!" The path of the righteous man, "Don't you die on me, Mia," Royale with cheese. Jesus Christ, this movie has given us so many iconic moments that I can't even list them. Pulp Fiction will go down in history as the biggest and the best movie to have ever been made. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I like the way this video has ended, boy.